Hi my friends, my name is Sabrina and I will be your guide as we go through a very relaxing and strengthening yoga and breathwork flow. So if you have your yoga mat unrolled and you are in some comfortable clothes that you can move in, we are going to begin all the way on our backs in Shavasana. Melting down to the earth, coming flat on the floor. Bring your feet hip distance or wider apart and splay your toes out to the sides. If you'd like, you can press into your head to lift your shoulder blades off the mat and gather them underneath you so that your chest is open to the sky. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Your arms are relaxed, palms facing the sky. And you are letting yourself and the weight of your body melt into the earth. Listening to the sounds around you as you breathe here. Connecting with the space that you are in. Maybe noticing if there are any sounds or smells. If thoughts come up in your mind now or throughout the practice, you can acknowledge them and then let them pass without judgment, returning to your breath. Focusing on deep inhales through the nose and longer, slower exhales out your nose. Bringing your attention now from the room and the space you are in to your body itself. And focusing on relaxing anywhere that you are holding tension. If there is tension in the brow or forehead or around your eyes, slightly squinting, release it. Unclench your jaw. Relax your mouth. If you notice anywhere on your body as you scan from your head down your shoulders and arms, chest, ribs, stomach, hips, legs, knees, and feet, is there anywhere that you can melt more? Even visualizing yourself rooted into the earth, perhaps even through this visual of roots growing from the bottom of your feet, from your back, from your arms, and climbing deep down into the earth, navigating around roots and rocks, strengthening your stability. And this connection to nature. Deepening your breath now, perhaps finding your ujjayi breath, oceanic breath, by gently constricting the back of your throat so that it sounds like you're trying to fog a mirror. Like an ocean wave, in and out your nose. Noticing how natural this process is. And how when you focus on your breath, there is nothing else to worry about. And continuing your ujjayi breath, perhaps setting an intention for your time on the mat today. And remembering that throughout class, if at any point you feel disconnected from the movement or from your mind, to return to this Ujjayi breath. This breathing pattern helps slow you down. It helps cool the body and calm your heart rate. And its power is always right there for you. Now bend your right foot and place the sole of the foot on the mat, close to your bum. And same with the left foot. Both knees are facing the sky. Press into the feet, uncurl your tailbone so you can get your back even flatter on the mat. Right hand comes to your belly, left hand over your chest. And the next inhale you take, feel your belly rise to meet your hand. And exhale out your nose. And inhale again into your belly, and this time don't exhale yet. Inhale even more if you can, into the lungs. Feel if that left hand raises. And then exhale out the nose. Inhale again into the belly. A second time into the chest and lungs. Notice if there's any more sip of air at the top of your head. Hold and slowly exhale all out your nose. We're going to repeat this 3-part breath for a few breaths. Inhaling into the belly. Second inhale into the lung and chest. Third final sip of air if there's more breath, and hold. And slowly exhale, reverse the motion. Feel all of the air deflate out of your body. Again, inhale into the belly. Second inhale into the lungs and chest. Third inhale, final sip of air at the top of the breath. Hold and exhale everything out. We're gonna do this 2 more times, trying to slow it down, a little more control. Pause between each. Inhale into the belly. Pause, inhale into the chest. Pause, final sip of air at the top of the breath. And slowly out your nose, exhaling everything. 1 more time, inhaling into the belly. Inhale a second time, fill and expand the lungs and ribs, chest. Final sip of air. And exhale everything out. Nice. Return to normal breathing. Relax your shoulders if you found any tension. And tuck both knees into your chest. Find a tight little ball. Hug around your legs and tuck your chin, bringing your head up so that you have a nice hug, and roll left and right on either side of your spine, massaging your internal organs, giving yourself a hug. Perhaps slowing down the roll and seeing if you can find some control with how fast you go. As you hit over that spinal point, can you pause before you fall to the side and use your core to rock you back slightly? Other side. Pause if you can. Find some control. And when you're ready, return to center. Bring your head back down to the earth with your chin tucked. And then extend your feet to the sky, going into happy baby, bending the knees and reaching for the outside edges of the feet. Your toes are flexed back towards you, and then you're melting your shoulders onto the mat. And as you do so, you'll notice you pull your feet towards you. Continuing to breathe, big deep inhales through the nose, fill the belly and lungs, and deep exhales. And on the exhales, can you pull on the feet and push the feet into the hands to find this counteractive movement where your spine is flattening and elongating on the mat. Your shoulders are flat on the mat, and you're drawing your knees towards the earth. If this feels good, stay here. If you want some more, you can extend one leg straight at a time, perhaps even rolling over to that side. And then bending the knee, straightening the other leg, waking up the back of the legs. We're going to be coming into a lot of sun salutations today, where we move with each breath. On the inhale, there is a motion. On the exhale, there is a motion. So already knowing that we are heading there, nicely warming up those legs. And when you're ready, Release those feet back to the earth. We're gonna come into bridge pose. So ground the feet just far enough away from your bum that you could tickle the back of your ankles with your hands. And now place your palms flat on the earth, strong, straight arms against the ground. We're gonna use the push into our hands in a minute. But first, inhale, push into the feet, lift the hips off the earth. Try and relax your glutes and let the pressure of the feet against the mat lift your hips to the sky. Opening up the front lines of the body, find your fullest expression, continuing to relax your bum, push into the feet so that you can open up the front of the hips. Keep breathing. Your legs should be slightly burning, waking up. The front of the body is stretching, and exhale. Melt everything back down to the earth. Nice, we're gonna do that again. Inhale, press into the feet, press into the hands, press into the arms to lift the hips. The inhale should help the lift. Exhales should help you deepen into the pose. Inhale again, and on that exhale, slowly let everything come back down to the earth. If you'd like to incorporate the arms this time, you're gonna inhale them overhead. Backs of the hands are falling onto the mat as you lift into those feet. Exhale everything back down to the earth. Keep relaxing those butt muscles. Inhale, press into the feet. Arms come up and overhead. Full stretch. And exhale, slowly bring everything back down to the earth. 2 more times. Inhale, press into the feet. Arms come overhead, dancing bridge. Exhale, bring it back down to the earth. Last time, and then we're gonna hold for a moment for more instruction. Inhale, fullest expression, come right into it. Arms overhead if you're using the arms. Feet pressing into the mat, and wherever you are with the hands, see if you can ground into that left foot. Bring the right knee into your chest, and if you can do that, can you extend that right foot to the sky? Keep pushing into the left foot. Keep lifting those hips. And bend that right knee back down to the earth. Ground in the right foot. Press, press, press. Lift the left toes to the sky. Keep pushing into the right foot. And everything back down to the earth. Very, very nice. Come back into a ball. No need to tuck your chin. A nice lazy hug. Roll left and right. Sigh out your mouth if it feels good. Let's do another one together. Inhale. Exhale out your mouth. Sigh it out. And now place the hands on the back of the thighs underneath. And now place your hands on the back of your thighs so that you can roll along your spine, up and down, so that you can come up to boat pose and pause, and then back, massaging the spine. Doing 2 more rolls here. 1 last roll, and if you can, pause in boat pose. Legs are bent, abs are engaged. You can extend the arms straight in front of you. You can straighten the legs. Keep breathing. Exhales and inhales through the nose. 1 more breath, hold. And wherever you are, cross over the legs and reach. Finding a nice stretch in those hips. Returning to a calm breath, finding that ujjayi breath perhaps. If your heart rate has heightened. And walk your hands back. And then behind you, we're gonna continue with the ab work just a little bit. So place your hands behind you so that your fingertips are facing towards your bum. And then you're gonna bring those legs back up into that boat pose position. You can also go down onto forearms if you like, with your hands flat on the mat. Engage the abs, and slowly, by rotating the hips and using the strength of our core, you're going to extend 1 foot, tipping the toes to the earth, and then raising it back up. Not extending the legs straight, just using the dip of the hips, the hinging at the hips, the strength of your core to tap your toes or your heel onto the earth. You can be here on forearms, or you can hike yourself up. Whatever is more comfortable for you, whatever helps you get better into the strength of your core. You should also be feeling this in the hip flexors. So everything along that front side of the body is working that we just stretched so nicely. Nice. And when you're finished, coming back into that cross-legged position, walking your hands forward, and then walking your feet back all the way so that you're halfway down your mat. Your knees are as wide as your mat, tops of the feet flat on the mat, so we can find child's pose. And restore and relax for just a moment. Sitting back on your heels, you're letting your belly melt onto the mat. And your arms are relaxed, outstretched in front of you. Forehead on the mat, reconnecting with your breath. Inhales through the nose. And exhales out the nose. Reimagining your intention. And perhaps saying a little thank you. I love you, self, for showing up today. For breathing, for carrying me through life and allowing me all of the experiences I have. Going throughout the rest of your day, taking care of yourself, of your body. Remembering to slow down and enjoy every moment. Perhaps remembering to be a little slower and be more intentional with every action. Say, I love myself. I take care of myself. I always do my best. And rising back up into a tabletop position. Hands will come underneath your shoulders. Your knees will be directly underneath your hips. And you will curl your toes underneath, finding our position for cat and cow. And curling your toes underneath. On your inhale, let your belly and heart fall between your shoulders as you look up, arching your spine. On your exhales, press into your hands to round your spine towards the sky. Slightly thrust your hips forward. Inhale, let the heart melt between these shoulders. Look up, arching the spine. Exhale, push into the hands to round your back. Press those hips forward. Nice. If you'd like to incorporate legs this time, one at a time on the inhales, lifting the leg behind you. Inhale, arch the spine, heart still sinks. Exhale, knee back down to the earth, round. Inhale, lift the leg to the sky, continue the dynamics of the cat. Exhale, knee back down to the earth. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Last expression. Inhale, exhale, let it melt. Settle for a moment, and then find some stability in the right hand and the left knee. Inhale the right leg behind you, straight and parallel with the mat. Inhale your left arm parallel with the mat. Fingers are pointing forward, palm is facing the right. Inhale, stretch long and reach. Exhale, crunch in underneath you, knee to meet the hand. Inhale, extend and reach. Exhale, crunch your knee to meet your elbow underneath you. Use the abs. Inhale, extend and reach, strong, straight line. Exhale, curl in, use the strength of your core. Final 2, inhale, reach. Exhale, use your strength, trying to hike up as high as you can. Inhale, final expression, reach, 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 reach. Exhale, use the abs, hike it up, press into the hand. Exhale, switching sides. Inhaling that left leg straight behind you, parallel, and then the right arm with it. Fingertips are facing forward. Inhale to reach and stretch. Exhale to crunch and curl it in. Bring the knee to the nose, elbow in. Inhale, reach, stretch. Exhale, curl it in. Keep pressing into that left hand to help rise you up so that that crunch becomes elevated and your abs are on fire. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Very nice. Hold and release it down to the earth. Whew. Shake it off. And then bring your hands one hand length forward so that your crease of your wrist is where your middle finger used to be in tabletop. Curl those toes under. Inhale, lift the hips into the sky for down dog. And exhale, melt your heels to the earth. Full expression. Shining your pelvis upwards to the sky. Heart is melting towards the earth. The head is fully relaxed. You can shake your head. Yes and no, in any ways that feel good for you. You can let out a sigh if it feels good. Remembering to find grip and strength in each fingertip. I should be able to come lift your fingers, and it would be hard for me to get it off the mat. That is how strong you are gripping the earth. Inhale here, and on your exhale, walk your feet towards your hands. Finding a nice forward fold. Head hangs heavy. You are grabbing for opposite elbows in ragdoll. Just to help open up the back of the legs. Letting the upper body and the weight help stretch those hamstrings. You can have a deep bend in your knees, or you can work on straightening one leg at a time. Really wake up the back of each leg. And then wherever you are, releasing your hands gently to the earth and rolling up to standing position, slowly and one vertebrae at a time, letting your head be the last thing to rise. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Shoulders rolling back. And when you're standing, finding a mountain pose, closing down your eyes, feet are hip distance apart, strong legs so that the kneecaps are fully engaged. The hips are slightly thrust forward, neutral tailbone. The core is engaged. Your shoulders are back and down. Palms are facing forward. You are strong like a mountain. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the nose. And bringing your hands to heart center. Finding our first sun salutation of the flow today. Sun A, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, sweep the arms out and overhead, look up, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold, hands come to the earth. Inhale, lift your spine halfway to a straight position. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, then your right foot back. Take an inhale here, push the mat away from you. Exhale, all the way onto your belly, elbows are tucked into your sides. Nice. Uncurl the feet, hands are under the shoulders. Inhale, press into the hands, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead to the earth. Inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, press into the mat and then through into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, deep bend in your knees. Exhale, step, jump, or hop to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Reconnect with your breath, and on your next inhale, reverse your swan dive, reach up, stand up, look up, little back bend if it feels good. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. We're gonna do that 2 more times. 1 breath, 1 movement, nice and simple. Inhale, arms sweep up and overhead, look up, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, melt forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, straight, strong spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back this time, then the left, then melt all the way to the earth, chaturanga arms. Inhale, uncurl the toes, come into a cobra, a little higher this time. Exhale, curl the toes under, push-up position through to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up, look up, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, look up, reach up, little back bend. Exhale, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga, arms all the way onto the belly. Inhale and curl the toes into cobra, full expression. Exhale, curl those toes under and push up and through to downward facing dog. Inhale, deep bend in the knees, look forward. Exhale, hop, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, fully melt forward over the legs. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach up and look up, little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Calm. How does that feel? Pretty good. If you ever need a way to quickly wake up the body, just doing this sequence so far, stopping here and going about your day, it's pretty brilliant. But we're gonna keep going because we want a little bit more. So let's flow again, this time finding a warrior two, and then we're gonna hold for a little bit, then go into some nice pigeon pose, a nice balancing pose, and then we'll wrap it up with some nice meditation. But wherever you are, inhaling, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten that spine. Exhale, plant those hands, step back into a plank position. And this time, chaturanga, not all the way to the belly as you lower, and then finding up dog or cobra pose, whatever you prefer, and landing in downward facing dog when you're ready. Taking a pause here so that we can all reconnect. And on your next inhale, left leg raises to the sky. Exhale, step it forward through into warrior two. Right by that left hand, pivot that right heel down, and then cartwheel the arms open into a warrior two. Arms are reaching in opposite directions. Deep bend in that left leg. You are turning the left knee out to that left hip so that it's not caving in. That back right leg is straight and strong. You are finding a grip on the outer edge of the right foot. And you are breathing here, relaxing the shoulders down, keeping a nice deep lunge. And then reversing our warrior, reaching that right arm down the back leg or finding a bind behind you as the left arm reaches up and overhead. Chest is open to the sky, feeling the power of that left leg. Inhale, and then exhale to reverse it. Back to warrior two, straighten that left leg. Find a grip with your hands behind you in a clasp. Inhale, chest opens to the sky, little back bend. Exhale, bend back into that warrior two leg as you melt your upper body diagonally to the upper right corner of your mat. Knuckles drag to the sky, reach for the sky. Humble warrior. Melting here. Keeping that 90-degree deep bend in that left leg, straight right leg. Melting, rinsing those shoulders out, finding any movements that feel good. And when you're ready, releasing the hands to the earth, bringing your hips squared forward, and then finding all of your strength in that left leg for warrior three, hopping up on that left leg only. Right leg is straight, strong, parallel with the mat. And if you can, bring your hands to heart center, upper body rises, parallel with the mat. Breathing here. You have got this. Feeling the strength and fire in that left leg. Reconnecting with your breath. You are strong. You've got this. Hold, hold, hold. And when you're ready, right foot to the earth. Stand up, shake it out. Very, very nice. We're going to find that exact same variation on the opposite side. So everybody returning to the front of the mat. Oh my gosh. I yogaed so hard that my bobby pin fell out. So as we were, top of the mat, inhale our arms up and overhead. Look up, reach up, little back bend if it feels good before you hinge forward at the hips. Melting all the way into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten that spine. Exhale, plant those hands, step or jump back into chaturanga, elbows tight to your sides. And then inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, everybody meeting in downward facing dog so that we can find that beautiful warrior 2 and warrior 3 flow on the opposite side. So inhale that right leg into the air behind you. Pause for a moment, feel that stretch up the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through, warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms open, that back left foot becomes gripped down to the earth. Arms are reaching in opposite directions. Shoulders are away from your ears. Deep lunge in that right knee, and that leg is tracking out. The knee is not caving in. Strong, warrior 2. The gaze is just over the hands. Reconnecting with your breath. Feeling the fire in that right leg. And reversing your warrior, finding a bind, or maybe that left arm just trails down the left leg. Right arm is reaching up and back. That chest is still clocking open to the sky. Breathe here. Keep that lunge in that left leg. I know it's burning. One more breath. On an inhale, back to warrior 2, and then straighten that right leg. Ooh, I know mine was burning. From here, clasping our hands behind us, clocking forward to the top left of our mat. You can squiggle that leg in a little bit if you had a really wide warrior 2. And then on that inhale, drag those knuckles down behind you, open the chest to the sky. Exhale, bend back into that right leg, and then melt the chest down to the earth as those knuckles reach for the sky. Keep breathing, humble warrior. The head is heavy, not holding. You are still lunged into that right leg, 90 degree on the knee. That left leg is still strong and straight. You're gripping with the outer edge of the left foot. The shoulder blades are gathered on your back, reaching those knuckles up to the sky. And when you're ready, slowly unravel the arms. Press into the hands slightly to bring the hip squared forward, and then popping onto that right leg this time for warrior 3 on the other side. Left leg is strong and parallel with the mat. And then when you're ready, bringing the hands into prayer pose or airplane out into a T, whatever you have room for, whatever feels comfortable. And holding here. Feeling the strength in that right leg. And when you're ready, standing up, slowly bringing the foot down and shaking it all out. Very, very nicely done. And I don't know about you, but I could use some pigeon pose to help with some of this leg work. So let's just step right back to the back of our mats. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Just a different way of getting into it today. We aren't doing many down dogs today, so make it count. Really melting that heart to the earth. Allowing the tailbone to curl open, shining to the sky. Feeling the activation behind the knees as you straighten your legs and melt your heels to the earth. Maybe doing baby, pedaling out your feet. Hands are gripping the earth. And again, we're going to inhale the left leg up into the sky for pigeon pose as we bring it forward, knee to nose, and then rest the knee towards the left wrist, and then walk that right leg back. So use your toes and the grip of the mat to walk your right leg back behind you. And only once it's as far back as you can, flatten the top of the foot on the mat. Walk your hands back towards your hips. Chest open to the sky as if you're doing a little sun salutation, look up, reach up. And then on your exhale, hinge at the hips just like you would in a forward fold. Walking your hands forward wherever is comfortable, melting over that leg. And relaxing those hips. Feel them
speak to them, relax them. They're probably holding. So feel into your hips and your legs and your thighs in this little pretzel and see if you can relax. Are you holding anywhere to help hold your body up? See if you can just play with what happens if you let go. And let go. Feeling all of the sensations. Reconnecting with your breath. Noticing how the less resistance you have in this pose, the greater it feels. As you relax and learn to let go, you can soften and find comfort, even in the most bizarre positions. Knowing that with held postures like this, your fascia thanks you. If you have any fascial restrictions, like wrinkles or cellulite, poses like this can help because they help restructure the cellular fiber that is our fascia system, that is this web underneath our skin. And so things like doing this and learning how to relax our nervous system more, not live in stress, can actually help with things like the appearance of cellulite. Who knew? But often things like cellulite are a disorganization of our fascia. And so because our bodies are constantly renewing, we can do new practices that help the cells renew into a state where they are more aligned and more beautiful as we were created to be. So when you're ready, slowly coming out by pressing into those hands. And we're going to come out the same way we arrived. So press into the hands when they're roughly underneath your shoulders so that you can take the weight off of that left leg, lift that knee into your chest and step it back into a downward facing dog. You'll feel this beautiful sensation of warmth or tingling, all of the blood returning back, this new rush of beautiful blood, helping with all of that renewal process. So now let's find the same on the right side. Inhale the leg into the air. Feel how nice that left leg feels with all that new blood, and then tuck the knee into your chest, finding pigeon on the right side. So the knees come where the right wrist is, and you're walking that back left leg back with the toes, gripping on the mat. From here, you're aligning your hips so that they're square and forward, and walking your hands back to your hip area to find that inhale of the open chest and the looking up, reaching up, and then exhale, hinging at your hips and folding and melting over that right leg, coming into whatever depth feels good so that, like on the other side, we can relax. Noticing where you're holding tension, maybe holding your body upright with your knee or your hip in some kind of a way. And trying to release and let that go. Using your breath to help get deeper and help tell your body that it is okay. It can let go. You are safe to just relax. knowing that this will feel so good, and this is doing so much good for your whole body, but also right now specifically for that right hip, your right leg, all of the flexors and the fascia. And just when you think you've fully relaxed and let go, is there anywhere else that you can melt down even more? Knowing that we are coming into the close of our practice today, and maybe reconnecting with that intention we set. And feeling great about this time we've spent in our bodies, with our bodies, giving them what they need. And slowly, slowly rising out of pigeon the same way we came in, walking the hands back under the shoulders and pressing into the hands to get the weight out of the right knee, curling the left toes under so that you can lift that right leg back into down dog and feel that rush of blood. So very nice. Final expression of down dog, and then knees to the earth as we come onto our backs for a shoulder stand to close out today's beautiful practice, melting all the way onto the earth. Soles of the feet are flat on the mat. And then similar to bridge pose, the arms are straight along the mat, palms are on the ground. And now push into your feet to lift your hips, to tuck your tailbone so that the whole of your back is on the mat. And then begin rocking your hips backwards, similar to how we were doing to get into boat pose, until you feel like you can push into the hands to keep yourself here. When you're here with tented fingertips or flat arms, you can bend one elbow at a time and reach for your lower back. If you can reach for your lower back, can you grip onto your hips or your waist and then float the feet over your face? Continuing to walk your hands up your back, keeping your shoulders tucked, keeping your chin tucked, not looking left or right, but just feeling where your comfort levels are. Splaying the toes, you can find cool shapes with your legs. You can run in place in the sky. If you find that you are pinching your neck, come out a little bit. This is not to be a painful pose. This is restorative. It should feel really good. I love shoulder stand. When you're ready to come out, tucking the knees into your face, extending the legs overhead so that the feet are far away from you. Hands come back down to the earth with tented fingertips, one at a time. And then using the strength of your arms to slowly roll yourself down. And finding butterfly, supine butterfly, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And then the arms are flat on the mat, palms are facing the sky. Big inhale and lion's breath, stick out your tongue. Exhale. 2 more times just like this. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, stick out your tongue. Big roar. 1 last time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Nice. Returning to a normal breath. Feeling your heart beating. Maybe slowly that heart rate is lowering. Allowing yourself to just feel the support of the room, of the mat, of your body. And when you're ready to extend the legs into full Shavasana, you can do so.
Pressing into the head to gather the shoulder blades underneath you so that the shoulders melt and the whole back is on the mat. Slight tuck of your chin now. Relaxing the muscles in the face and everywhere in your body. Give yourself thanks for spending this time moving your body and breathing with intention. You can repeat after me if you like. I love how capable I am. I love how even when there is a lot going on, I can return to my breath. I am in control of my body. I am in control of all of my choices. And I choose to love my body. I am kind to myself. I treat myself well. I respect my body and all that it does for me. And as you go about the rest of your day, remember these affirmations and vow to treat yourself well and care for your body with every action you take. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. And when you are ready, coming out gently, I like to bring my right arm overhead, tuck my knees into my chest, and roll on my right side, bringing my left hand to the earth in front of my heart. And pausing for a breath, pressing into the left hand to lift myself into a seated position. And bowing my head with my hands at heart center. Thank you for sharing this beautiful practice with me today. I wish you guys a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Bye guys. Thank you.